Hello crafters and welcome to this week's From Picture to Page and Beyond Papercraft Show update. Now I'm Michelle Brown, Creative Director at From Picture to Page, which nurtures your creativity with in-person and online events. And I'm so happy to be back with you. It feels like forever since we have caught up because of course we've been through the Sandow show and we've got so much more. So in this week's update, we've got a dash of inspiration. We're going to wrap up from the Sandow show. We've got some news about the Peninsula show and, of course, an update from the Papercraft posse. Now, first, whether you're watching us here live or watching a replay, I would love to know that you're there. So pop in the comments, just like Denise has. Let us know that you're there. And, of course, we would love to hear anything you've got to throw in, whether it's about our dash of inspiration or about the Sandow show or the Pakenham show. So, firstly, our dash of inspiration this week, and I'd like to challenge you to an ideas mashup. Now, what am I talking about? So, as I was getting ready to do our make and take for the Sandow show with the Mixed Media Art Stand, I was struggling with some ideas because, of course, we've had challenges getting stock in and all sorts of things. So, I was thinking we did this card at the Pakenham and the Geelong shows, and it was a credit card technique with inspired by Marlene products. So we used their stamps and their different bits and pieces and her cutouts, and I really loved it. But I didn't want to offer the same thing again. But then I also had these new die cuts for the Heidi Swap memory decks. So I decided that we'd use the same technique, but using it in a slightly different way on these cute little formats. And that's what's great about Papercrafts, is that we can translate our techniques to so many different formats. And there is something that creates that level of creativity and interest when we're changing formats. So here you can see we swipe the paint sideways. We've got some stamping and a little bit of doodling and things like that. But this one, because the format is so much smaller, we had to think about it differently. So we're swiping the paint this way. We're doing more stamping rather than adding more elements to it. And here's another one we did with a cute cat on it. So hopefully that's the right way around. And then to mix things up, because we wanted to do 3 different ones, I did this on craft paper, and I'm loving craft paper so much at the moment. So I took this idea and decided to put it into a journal page. So we put it on to a journal page using the disc binding. So again, just using the craft paper and then being inspired by the Dina Wakeley stuff. So using her stamps and some of her stencils and a bit of ephemera and some of her chipboard to create a completely different look. So you can see how we've mashed up taking a card format into a little index card or memory dex card into a journal page. So it's just such a fun way to take those techniques and mash up those ideas and recreate them in a new way. So for this week's inspiration, I would love to challenge you to mash up some ideas. And if you've done that before, let us know in the comments where you've mashed up your ideas and it turned out really well. Now, next, a huge thank you on behalf of all of us at the Sandow show. What a magnificent show we had. We had over 20 retailers there. We had so many classes, so many make and takes, a whole heap of demonstrations. And so a huge thank you to all the retailers that put in that effort, because it is such a challenge to pull shows like that together. And of course, a thank you to all of you crafters that came along and supported us, did the classes, ate the food, caught up with friends. It was just such a lovely weekend. You know, we had our door prize raffle back, and that worked really well at 12. Not so good at 3, but we've got some ideas to mix that up. We had the golf cart that was there, so I hope you took advantage of that, and with either Rob or Ethan driving that. We had our chat, craft and catch-up corner, which seemed to go really well. And for those of you that are on our email list, we have sent out our survey this week. So check your inboxes, and we've already had some great feedback. You know, firstly, I know you all want more retailers. So do we. I rang over 40 retailers in the weeks leading up to the show, trying to get some variety there for you. And it is such a challenge. So if you know some retailers that you think should be there, reach out to them and tell them to get in touch. I spoke to scrapbooking papers. I spoke to cutting machine people. Oh my goodness, don't even let me go through the challenge I had with tweaking to them. We really do reach out to every retailer that falls into that broad crafting category. So if you do have any ideas, we would love for you to reach out to them, tell them to reach out to us, and we're more than happy to chat about them coming along to the shows. Hi, Danny. Yes, we had a great time. Hi, Wendy. Good to see you there. So, yes, thank you so much for that feedback. And if you've seen the email and haven't had a chance to catch up with it, just pop on and answer a couple of answer a couple of simple questions, and that lets us know what you think about the show. We know there were some challenges with the catering on Friday. We're just so thankful that we had any catering at all at the show, and they were very short-staffed and some of the waits were long, but we hope that you were all very patient and able to be very generous in spirit, and hopefully you did get what you needed in the end. Seating for lunchtime, always a challenge because everyone obviously wants to have lunch at the same time. We did have our chat, craft and catch up area as well, which we really loved. And of course, we always do take on that feedback to try and make sure we've got plenty of seating because we know we all need a break on the busy day. And of course, if you did come along to the Sandow show and you've got our email, we would love you to leave a review, either here on Facebook or on Google, or leave us a comment in YouTube, because that's how other people find us. Let everyone know what was great about the show, what you enjoyed about it. And of course, if you've got any concerns, please get in touch with us. Now, the Peninsula show. Oh my goodness, are you ready? Again, we haven't been back to this show for 3 years, so it's going to be so exciting to head back to the Mornington Peninsula Community Theatre, which is in the corner of Nepean Highway and Wilson Street. Now, this one's a little bit different. It's the one that we've taken over from the Peninsula Papercraft Boutique, Jen and Joe. And so it's on Friday from 1 p.m. until 7 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. So a slightly different format. But of course, some of your favourite retailers have already signed up, plus a couple of new ones. Hopefully we'll have all the details of them for you next week. The other thing I just wanted to let you know, again, it was out in the email, we have super special online tickets. So if you would like to get your tickets before the show, and I know some of you already have, jump onto our website from picturetopageandbeyond.com.au, scroll down to the Peninsula button, and you'll be able to buy your tickets for a super duper special, which will close the week before the show. So if you want to get in and get a super special for your tickets, make sure you do that sooner rather than later, because the tickets will not last long. We're also trying to have a craft and catch up area as well. We thought maybe we could do a bit of a craft session on the Friday, but again, these are just all things that are playing around in our minds as we bring all the different threads together. So of course, we would love to hear from you. Any other retailers you want, please tell them to reach out to us, and we would love to have a chat because we're still gathering all of that together. So that is Friday the 18th and Saturday the 19th of November and the Mornington Peninsula. And then finally, our Papercraft posse, which is the group where we catch up with people on Facebook. We've got nearly 1,000 crafters there, and it's such a great place to share what you're working on, to ask questions, to reach out to the retailers, because a lot of the retailers are in that group as well. And it's just a huge wealth of knowledge. And you know that we're talking about products that you can get your hands on because we're Australian based. So firstly, a huge welcome to all of our new crafters that have found us since the last Papercraft show. And our next crafternoon, which is actually more of a crafter day, but that doesn't sound as good, is on Saturday the 5th of November. Tickets are now on sale, so $10. Bring your crafting projects and your lunch. We'll supply morning and afternoon tea and a gorgeous space, hopefully filled with sun. The mixed media art shop will be open once we get that sorted after the show. And we've got access to bathrooms. There's parking close by. So it really is just a lovely way to come catch up with like-minded people, meet some new people that hopefully you will see at the show. Now, our plan for our Papercraft posse next year is a little bit up in the air because we did survey our team and we didn't hear much about what people wanted. So at the moment, we don't have anything planned. So if you'd like to continue to come along to our crafternoons, whether they're in Mount Waverley or somewhere else, you need to let us know because I can easily not plan stuff. I've definitely got enough to do. So our last Papercraft posse will be Saturday the 5th of November. And again, for all the details, head over to our website from picturetopageandbeyond.com.au/Papercraft posse, or look out for the Facebook event in the group. Okay. Oh, hi, Lavina. I'm glad you had a great time. That's fantastic to hear. So that is it for today. I would like to encourage you to mash up your ideas. So like I said, take an idea and see how you can put it into a different format and see if that sparks some creativity. Sandow show, fantastic opportunity to catch up with people. Thank you to all the crafters and retailers. And for those of you on our email list, please go and fill in our survey and, of course, leave a review so other people can hear about the fantastic time you had at the From Picture to Page craft show. Peninsula Picture to Page craft show is on the Friday the 18th and Saturday the 19th of November. And again, all the details are on our website from picturetopageandbeyond.com.au, and hopefully we'll be able to announce all of those retailers next week because it's only about 3.5 weeks away. And Papercraft Posse, again, all the details are here on Facebook under Papercraft Posse. So thank you so much for joining us. Like I said, pop in, leave a comment, give us a thumbs up, share us with your crafty friends, let everyone know we do have our dates out for 2023, and I'll come back in a separate video to let you know all about that. So this is Michelle signing off. I hope you have a crafty day.